Welcome. Carol J here. Welcome back to Flashlight Unity. I got another video and it's called The Spell. And I'll see you on the next shot. Okay, hey guys, good morning. It's morning where I am, so I don't know when it is when you're watching this video, but let's dive right into it. This video is called The Spell. And as usual, there's a lot going on in this image. Let's dive right in. Let's go from the middle. Let's start from the top, the actual spell. Look at the guy at the top behind the spell, the actual word spell. That's how they want the American people. That's how they want everybody to be. They want people to just be so distracted, so bombarded, so anxiety ridden that they don't know which way is up. So you see, it looks kind of like a deranged robot. So that's how they want the American people to be, and they put things in place to make that so. And it is. It's disturbing. You know, they want you to be distracted. Let's start on the right, on the side, it appears to be a gift, but in reality, it's not really a gift. You know what I mean? And this is, this gift can be symbolic to like a video. So think about titles that you see the videos and it make you want to click on that video. And when you get in that video, you're like, man, that was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. I was baited into that video. I know I have watched videos and after I watched the video, I was like, oh my God, that video totally wastes my time. And sometimes I would really get upset that I spent, however long it was, whether it was 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 1 minute. But sometimes these titles to these videos, you be like, oh, let me see what's going on. And it's nothing. So, that's just one of the tactics that they use to try to hook you into stuff. And guess what? Once you get into that one video and it wasn't what you want, now you need some satisfaction. Now you got to find a video that's going to give you satisfaction. So what do? You go scrolling, we all do it. This is what they use to distract, Let's see. And what it does is, you're not really paying attention to what's going on because, after so many videos, you're stimulating the dopamine in your mind. That's what they're doing. They're stimulating our pleasure principle in our mind to keep us coming back because let's face it, we all like entertainment. We all like to laugh. We all like to see things that are interesting or things that resonate with us in our life, in our world. So, watching a video to that effect, we like, okay, yeah, and then look at the picture right under that where it says, and this one bothers me a lot, where it says, store all your information, put all your information here. So it's something called the cloud. And I still don't know if they got a legal right to charge people for that because the cloud, I don't understand exactly what it is. If somebody let me know. I just don't feel like they got a right to charge people to store information. I think it's just free airspace. How you gonna charge for airspace? Isn't that something that God created and designed? I just don't understand how you gonna charge for airspace. I don't know. Somebody explain it to me. But anyway, they want you to put all your stuff in this airspace, and and then they want you to link it. It's bad enough they want you to put all your information, your contacts, like every device that I get, they're like, link up all your devices, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to, but it's always a question, and it's a repeated question. Like every time I log into my devices, it's like you still haven't linked up all your things, And I'm in my mind, I'm like, why do they want me to link up all of my information? That means nothing. They would just have to go one place to get all of my information, and it just bothers me. So I opt out when it says link up. I choose not to link up my information because you just don't know. My thing is, I know they got the right to get the information. So if y'all gonna get the information, then y'all gonna have to go searching for it. Even though we know nothing is private now, whatever they want to get, they're gonna get. But this is just another way of how they control, because before somebody would have to search for your information. Now it's all in one place. You done put it in a nice little file for them. So when they want to look anything up on you, they just push a button and go to this one file, and they close the case. They close the screen or whatever, the file, whatever. It's because they got everything all in one. So this is your whole life right there on one little screen. It just bothers me. And then look at the picture under that where you got somebody watching from the background while you're on a computer. This is the literal version where I show somebody like creeping over your shoulder to watch what you're doing online. Well, they don't have to do that no more. Nobody physically have to be right where you are to get your stuff online. It's a cyber way that they can get your stuff or trick you online. You got kids on the social media, and you got people pretending to be another kid to try to lure these kids. Who knows what are they thinking? You know what I mean? And all this what do you call it? Trafficking. You got, this is what I'm saying. The government, they can send billions of dollars to Ukraine, but they can't control the online trickery, that's baiting kids. This is how kids get abducted. This is how kids get trafficked, not just kids. I mean, women too, adults too. Sure, this online thing is set up to trick. I mean, it's got things in place that will trick people and have people, if not sending money places, to being missing, to meeting up places and going missing, so. And there's no kind of guards or anything. They could spend a good amount of money to put these protections in place. So it'll be like, maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4 check process where you can't, a child can't do anything by itself. They would need like an adult. They can create that. Something where it'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4 check process where, a kid wouldn't be able to do something. But they don't have money for that, so they say. But just overnight, they can create a plan to send billions of dollars to Ukraine. And I'm just trying to understand. If somebody know, explain it to me. Because how can you not have money to save lives, to stop trafficking, this social media debacle? But yet you can send money just in the drop of a hat. Like y'all just wake up one morning and all of a sudden it's on the budget. It's in the budget, and it was quickly. It wasn't no long debate or anything. I think it was a few back and forths, and then the amount was set, and everybody agreed on it. Everybody in Congress agreed on it. Doesn't that sound funny? I mean, does that really make you think like nobody's opposing this? So that means everybody's in on knowing why Ukraine get that much money. Everybody in Congress, so they all agreed on it. So they're all in it. They all know, because if that was anybody else, we'd be like, well, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Why don't we split up some of the money we giving to them, and we use half of that and put it towards this, and another half and put it towards this, and another half? How does Ukraine get all the money? Just like that, and everybody agrees on it. These are the things. This is critical thinking. This is when your mind should start be thinking and saying, well, wait a minute. How is that possible? You don't have money for all these things. We got some issues within our own country. From homelessness to poverty, to people struggling, and what they say all the time, there's no money. But you come up with billions of dollars to send to Ukraine. How does they do that? I mean, an issue is an issue. You know what I mean? Because, Ukraine was in war, but it's war here. People that's homeless homeless and people that's in poverty, war, trying to find a place to live. It's a life or death situation in both cases. So how is one, there is no money in the budget, and then the other one, the budget is created overnight, and not just a little budget, but a extreme budget, astronomical budget. This is the critical thinking that everybody should be doing. I don't understand why there wasn't red flags raised, eyebrows raised, some kind of questions asked, because I was like, wow. I was like, it wasn't millions, it was billions. And I cannot wrap my mind around understanding that. So when somebody put all of that kind of money into something, there's a stake, there's a special interest there. And this is where the critical thinking, your mind should be awoken, or at least censored, to say there's some kind of connection there, because they're protecting something. There's something of value that they are protecting for them to send billions of dollars over to Ukraine. And I'm not saying that Ukraine don't deserve any help or anything like that. I'm just showing a contrast of the issues, the life or death issues that's here within this country, as opposed to what Ukraine is going through. I mean, because there's a war right here, right now. It might not be the traditional form of war, but there's a war going on right here, right now, with the inflation, with the prices, with the taxes, and people trying to survive. So, that's just, and I'm spending a lot of time on that, because that's a big issue. This is people's livelihood. How you living? You know what I mean? Are you struggling? Are you paying taxes? Are you paying more in taxes than you actually making? These are the things you need to think about. What are they doing with this money? How do they come up with this money? How does they say no money here, but then all of a sudden money can come up? Maybe we should be fighting harder to get more money for different programs. What we fight one time, they say, oh, it ain't no money, that's it, we just let it go. No, maybe we should put our name Ukraine on our fight. Put Ukraine on our our issue, and see if we can get some money pulled out of it for the wars that's going on here. Let's see what else we got. Okay, look at the table. Look at the family at the table. Everybody has their phone out. Nobody's talking anymore. Nobody in the family's talking anymore. And that's why family members don't know what's going on. That's why relationships are susceptible to being broken up, because there's a lot of interference. People are distracted. And this is exactly what it's made for. It's a distracting device. It's meant to keep people distracted on other things, but what's really, really important, what they really should be looking at, and look at the bottom. They want you to chill. They want you to chill. They want you to stay on social media. And we know this because they put ads on. They got ads. Ads are big business. Ads are actually bigger business than because that's pretty much income stream, just to have ads on your situation, whatever that is, whatever platform you're on. Ads is big business. It's just big business. So and they got the ads there to lure you in. And how does the right ad know how to find you? I mean, you got to ask yourself that. How does the right ad know how to find me? I know one time we was just talking, and I mentioned a store name, like we just mentioned the store name, and I swear not too long after that, there was an ad for that particular store or for that particular item. So tell me they're not listening. And and I had my phone, it was on lock, like I wasn't even using it. I had the lock on it and everything. So there is no privacy no more. They're listening to everything. They hear everything that you do, everything that you say, and then they're targeting accordingly. These are the questions that we should be concerned about. These are the things that we should be asking. It's a control tactic, and who knows how deep it goes? Who knows how deep it is right now? Who knows how deep it will go? I know back in the day, and I can't remember exactly when, they were talking about, it would be nice to have chips in everybody. It would be easier. See how they use play on words? It would be easier to have a chip. They wanted to put a chip inside people's arm or hand, and all their information will be on this chip, so that when they go somewhere, they would just wave their arm or hand, and then everything will be you know, you whether paid for or read, you know, I guess your social security number, your payment, whatever. It didn't work inside the skin, but guess what? They made another device for that, and it's called the cell phone. The cell phone does exactly what they were talking about. So this is where critical thinking come in once again. When they say, oh, we want to do this so it'll be easier for everybody. Easier for who? For somebody that want to track everything that people do? How do you think that they get inside of your mindset? They know what the temperature of the people is by everything that you do online. They know the temperature on the people, and that was their agenda all along. They want to know, because if I'm going to control something, I need to know that something's interest. I need to know that something's desires. I need to know that something's, you know, just that something's I need to know. So guess what? Why not put apps and stuff on something and let me know what, and then put everything there, and so I don't have to go too far to find that stuff out, you know. So okay, let's go around. Oh, and then fake news. Look at the platform. Social media platform got 101 places where they can actually put fake news, and then they could replay it over and over again. They could just ping pong it from all the different platforms that they have for you to keep being in fear. You know, this is what they want you focused on. They want you to be talking about things that's fearful. They want you to talk about things that's concerning. They just want to control your mindset. Think about it. They already know your likes. They know your likes, your dislikes, your desires, you know. Shoot, they probably know your last 4 mates, you know. They know your blood type. They know all that stuff. So for them to create fake news based on what's going on with you or the majority of the collective, it's easy to do. They'd be like, okay, well, we know majority of the people is this, so let's create this fake news so we can take them up a notch in their anxiety, in their fear. So, you know, and nobody's thinking about it. You know, it resonates with you because they already know that you in a certain state. So when you hear this fake news, it's going to hit. It's going to trigger right there because they already knew what mode you, what your temperature was before they put the fake news out. So critical thinking, guys, just recognize, are you under the spell? Are you under the spell? And the spell is so smooth, you might not even know that you're under a spell, but it's definitely a spell. Just think about, start connecting the dots. Start connecting the dots and see what they're doing. Do you click on ads every time an ad come up? Because they know what you like. So they're going to put it out there. Do you click on ads, you know, just to when they click them up, do you buy and purchase things? They know how to control you. They know how to get you to do exactly what they want you to do. Because they play on your sensibilities, your sensitivities. You know, look at the people looking down. I see people walking in the street all the time. Everybody is looking down. Everybody's holding their phone. Everybody's looking down. And I do the same. I did it too. I noticed myself. I got out the car and I was looking at my maps. But it don't matter. I was walking and looking down at my phone trying to get directions for somewhere. I still was not looking where I was going when I was walking. You know, so, you know, and people be on all kind of stuff. I know one lady, they show people falling in holes, falling in places, bumping into stuff because they're looking down on their phone. So tell me this thing ain't magical. This thing got ultimate control. Control. Imagine leaving your phone at home. You will turn around. If you left your phone at home, you will turn around to go get your phone. And that's just a fact. That's just the way it is. Because it's something that we don't want to live without, you know. And I ain't going to diminish the benefits of the phone because the phone is beneficial in a lot of ways. But it's also detrimental in a lot of ways too. So, you know, and so let's make our way up. Yeah, see the lady on the couch? They want you to be chained to the phone. They don't want you to do anything else. Stay on the phone. And how many times you done been on social media and you say, oh, I'm going to look at something real quick. And then 2 hours go by or 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by. And you realize that I haven't did anything but for 4 hours but been on social media. You know, what have you learned? Are you coming out smarter or are you coming out dumber or the same? Coming out the same, that ain't good either, you know. And, you know, if you're not coming out learning more or gaining something, then you need to adjust and analyze a better use of your time. Because if you're not where you were supposed to be in life, or where you think you should be in life, then, and you spending 4 hours on social media or on a platform, then you need to do some analyzation of your life and your priorities, because you're not going to learn nothing on a social media watching TikTok videos, spending 4 hours a time. I mean, add up 4 hours. 4 hours in one day, 4 hours in 2 days, that's 8. 3 days, what is that? 4 times 3, that's 12. And you could just keep adding it up. Imagine you spent all those hours learning something, how much better things could be. Maybe you can start having critical thinking and start thinking critically, like, wait a minute, something ain't right. I'm trying to shake your minds into freedom, because as long as you stay under this spell, this distracting spell, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse, until long you're going to be like a robot. You're going to look up. You're going to look up one day from your cell phone and realize that they got you in a box. You literally like in a box. It's going to be like Truman, that Truman show that Jim Carrey was in. I think it was called Truman, where he was like in a world that was it was a fake world. You're going to look up and realize that you in a fake world, and they controlling everything. And you don't even know, because they done built it around you. They know everything that everybody like. They know what you don't like. They know what you do like. They know where you like to go. So they create all these things that you like, and you don't know, because you got everything you like. You don't know that they done put you in a box. They done build a box around the collective, and that's extreme. That's extreme, but it's a reality. I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. I'm trying to shake your mind so you can start critically thinking. What are you doing? What are you putting all your attention to? Is it making you better? Are you smarter? Have you gained more wisdom? This whole life experience is about us learning and gaining and, getting more enlightened. And most of the social media is not going to get us there. Not all of it, but a lot of it is not going to get us there. Another thing that they do is they cause people to judge themselves. How many times you done seen videos where people flashing cars, jewelry, clothes, vacations, they on there, they living it up, living the life. You don't know where these people are. You don't know if that's a set. You don't know if that's a stage. You don't know if that car is owned or rented. You don't know if those clothes are owned or rented. You don't know. You just don't know. You cannot judge or feel some kind of way about something that you see behind a screen, because there's fakery, there's movie magic. They can do anything with a camera and some other stuff that they use in production. But you look at that and you start judging yourself. This is what makes people feel inadequate, makes them feel like that they're not good enough, like they don't have enough. But yeah, you'll come right back and you'll stay social media for another 4 hours. My thing is, you would think, if you look at that and you'd be like, well, how can I get to be like that? How can I take those vacations or make that money or this, that, and the other? You think you would say, well, let me learn. No, you go right back on tomorrow. You do the same thing. Go right back on to the funny videos, and you spend 4 hours on social media and you've not learned a thing. And so now you feel more isolated, more inferior, more judging of yourself compared to others, because it's a cycle. You just keep repeating the cycle. You got to start critically thinking and saying, wait a minute, I'm spending too much time watching other people's lives, other people's, pleasures, other people's riches, and yet I'm not making any or creating any for my own. And that's the next picture. Watching other people's lives. They got reality shows all over the place. What is that for? What is the purpose of a reality show? And I'm not gonna say they all bad, because I have watched a couple of them. Sometimes they it can be interesting, but I'm not going to spend 4 hours a day watching somebody else's life, watching somebody else make money moves, watching somebody else do it. The business is you. Their business is you. You're their business. You're the one helping them create money moves, because you're as broke as you are. You're watching them and you're creating the money moves for them. So you're inside of them, making them money. You are the business. You are their business. So instead of being their business, why not go out and get your own business? you know. So let's see. Oh, look, okay, and the last one. Look at the top. So you know they got monitoring systems. They got monitoring systems to check and see, and to because they want to check. They still want to check everybody's temperature to see if anybody know what they're doing, to see if their tactics are working. If their tactics are not working, then they got work to do. They got to think of new apps, new kind of luring apps to lure people in. You know, so these are the things, guys. This is the spell. This is the spell. The control is real. And while you're looking down at your phone, you're missing it. You're missing it. You're missing what's going on, you know. And I can probably go on this subject for a long time and go into everything, you know, that they're doing. You know, look at that guy at the bottom. He done went so crazy. He on edge. He done put his head through the phone. How many times you felt like throwing your phone? You know, because it wasn't doing or it wasn't working right. You know, these things, these little bitty devices, it's got everybody hypnotized. I mean, hypnotized, under the spell, for sure. You know, the first part of it is recognizing that you're under the spell. You know, you can, some people will be like, some people don't even know they're under a spell, but just recognize that you're under the spell. Once you recognize that you may be influenced by something, then you can kind of monitor it and kind of say, well, wait a minute, I'm going to turn that off. Or if I'm going to be on here, I'm going to learn this or go to this or go that. But recognition, awareness is key. And this is what I want you to do. Start shaking your mind. Start critically thinking. I'm shaking your mind to freedom, guys, because if you keep down this road, like I said, you're going to find out that they done built a box around you and you living inside of the Truman Show. And on that note, I think I'm going to close this video out here because it went way longer than I wanted to. And like I always say, we got to get over before we go under. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.